What if birth and death are not opposites? What if they are the same doorway, viewed from opposite sides? The day you were born, a room filled with celebration, a baby's first cry, parents overwhelmed with joy, family gathering around someone they had waited months to meet. To everyone in that room, a new life had just begun. But what if, somewhere beyond this world, that exact same moment, someone was grieving? Not because a soul had been destroyed, but because it had crossed into another world. Perhaps to them, your birth looked exactly like our idea of death. Imagine existence as countless shores, separated by an endless ocean. Every soul spends time on one shore. Before crossing to another, those left behind mourn, those waiting on the other side celebrate, not because anyone is lost, but because someone has arrived. Perhaps birth and death are simply names, given by those watching from different beaches, but there is one condition, one rule that makes the journey possible. You cannot carry one world into the next, so before every crossing, every soul eats the fruits of an ancient tree, not a tree of life, a tree of forgetting. Its purpose is neither punishment nor mercy. It simply removes every memory, every face, every language, every victory, every heartbreak, everything. Because if you remembered every life, could you ever truly live the next one? Could you love new parents while remembering hundreds before them? Could you risk failure if you already knew every outcome? Perhaps forgetting is not a flaw of existence. Perhaps it is the price of beginning again, then death arrives. The crossing begins once more, and just as a newborn opens its eyes here, perhaps another version of you opens its eyes somewhere else, not remembering Earth, not remembering your name, not remembering the people who are now mourning you. Only the faint feeling that this place somehow feels strangely familiar, just as this world may have once felt. But what if? What if the fruit does not erase everything? What if no tree bears perfect fruits all the time? Throughout history, there have always been people who describe impossible experiences, children who speak of places they've never seen, people who survive near-death experiences, claiming they felt more at home somewhere else, moments of déjà vu, dreams that feel older than memory itself, a feeling that you've known someone long before you ever met. Perhaps these are not proof of another existence. Perhaps they are simply cracks, tiny fractures, where a few drops of memory leak through, and maybe very rarely, someone slips past the tree with more than a few drops. A child who remembers another family, a mystic who describes impossible places, a philosopher convinced that consciousness is older than the body. Not because they are special, not because they were chosen, but because every so often, the veil is thinner for one soul than another. If that were true, then birth is not the beginning, death is not the end. They are customs officers between worlds, each arrival requiring you to surrender your memories before you are allowed to enter. Not as punishment, but as preparation. Every lifetime becoming a chance to experience existence as though it were the very first time, again and again and again. Perhaps this explains why life feels so precious, not because it is our only journey, but because it is the only one we can remember, until we cross again. And once more stand beneath the tree, reaching out to touch its branches, feeling every memory dissolve, until the people you loved become strangers. Your greatest achievements become silence. Your fears disappear. Your name no longer exists. And then on another shore, someone hears your first cry. Someone smiles through tears. Someone whispers, "Welcome." Completely unaware that somewhere else, an entire world has just said goodbye. And maybe that has happened to you, more times than you could ever remember.